Hey, welcome back to the Be That Create That podcast. I'm your host, Trienne, and today's episode is going to be quick, but it's a powerful mindset reset that every leader, every entrepreneur, every high impact human needs to hear. Because what we're really thinking about today is what if the way you feel is actually determined by what it is that you're focusing on right now? So, in this quick episode, I'm going to share how we can break free or break away from some sort of overwhelm. And instead, we're going to step more into alignment by really choosing to use focus as the leadership superpower. I know that you want clarity. I know you want calm. I know you want more confidence. So, this one's going to be for you. We're going to really think about how we can take this powerful mindset reset and we're going to make an impact on our leadership lifestyle. So, we're going to start with this question. How do you feel today? How do you feel today? It's simple. It's a simple question. But let me ask you, once you go, okay, this is how I'm feeling today, what have you then been focusing on? Because here's the truth. If you want to change how you feel, then we have to change the things that we are focused on. This is one of those really simple but not easy truths, yet it's so powerful once you start to use it with some intentionality. Think about it. On days that you're really focused on everything that's not working, the things that didn't get done, criticism in your inbox or on your social posts, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling discouraged, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're really trying to balance work and life. You maybe had a conversation with your spouse that didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Your kids are home for the summer at this point, right? So maybe that situation isn't going exactly the way you pictured it. But when you shift your focus, even just a little bit, towards progress, towards possibility, or simply the things that are in your control, you're going to start to become more hopeful because you can see the end, more confident because you know you can handle it. And that creates some motivation. And that shift is leadership. That's self-leadership. And creating that leadership lifestyle is where you start to take your personal power and you're creating a balance between work and home, but also because we are setting ourselves up intentionally for what we're focusing on, now we feel like we've got some control back. Now we feel like we can make the impact that we want to make. Okay. So I want to give you just a real snippet, real world example. So I recently had a conversation with a client who was just letting her mind spiral around all the things her team wasn't doing right, things that were not going well. Her tone in our meetings had really shifted. Her stress sounded like it was rising. I could hear it in her voice. She really felt totally disconnected from her role, from her team, and from her end outcomes that she wanted, her targets. So we stopped for a second and I just asked her. And in my coaching, I do a lot of inquiry, a lot of questions because, as a coach, I'm here to balance it for you and to give you a soundboard and for us to talk through things with your own ideas rather than me just telling you what to do, because that's not going to help. But I asked her, what's something that is working? So you see how we shifted the focus from all these things that are not going right to, oh, but wait a minute, over here, there's some really good stuff going on. You could literally see the moment that she switched gears. Her body softened, her voice changed. We sound more hopeful, right? So we really started to focus on even one win and then another. And guess what? That's when the energy started to come back to the conversation. That was confidence. The clarity came back. This is what I'm working for, right? She didn't need a new team. She needed to change her focus. She needed to think about all the things that were going right, because even Tony Robbins says the things that we focus on are the things that grow. So where your energy goes, that's where your focus flows. So here's what we want our challenge to be today. And you may do this with an index card. You could do this in the notes on your phone. You could just keep a mental list of this. But I want you to notice, what is it that you're focusing on? And I want you to ask yourself, focusing on this, is this something that is helping me? And is this how I want to feel about it? And if it's not, the great thing is you get to choose again. We get to choose again what we're focusing on and how we get to feel. So focus on progress, focus on gratitude, focus on impact and your values, because whatever reconnects you then to your best self is what's going to move us forward. You know, a lot of people ask me sometimes, like, how do you stay positive all the time? And leadership isn't about never feeling off. it's a choice. It's about noticing when you are off and then choosing to shift. Sometimes that means I need to choose to shift my physical space. I need to go for a walk. I need to go in a different room. Sometimes it means that I really need to mentally watch myself kind of change hats or change my list from I have to I get to. Your focus is your power source, and no one can do that for you. No one can do it for you, but also no one can take that away from you. That's its choice. So, if today's episode really landed for you, I would love for you to take a screenshot of it and then, just tag me at Trienne Top on Instagram or on LinkedIn. You can also put me on there. I've got a business page over on Facebook if you'd like to share a testimonial or how you feel about the podcast over there. But if you want more tools like this, I do have our leadership playbook available for you. So I'll make sure I link that down in the show notes. That's a free resource guide where it gives you 10 different ways to elevate yourself as a leader. But I'm going to see you in the next episode where we're going to continue to talk about how we can change our focus, how we can be more confident, how we can really decide what we want our results to be for ourselves and our teams and our business, and the fact that we are the ones that get to make those changes. And we are going to use our team along the way. But ultimately, if we are looking at leadership, we know that influence really is what leadership is. So first we have to influence ourselves, shift that focus, and then get ourselves back on track to be the leader that we know we want to be. And we're going to do that one conversation at a time. And I hope to see you guys on the next episode. See you soon.